Good morning, and welcome to my channel, Sugar That 413. I just want to do a very quick summary of what my Air Force experience was like. Hey, so remember to hit the subscribe if you want to hear different stories by me and different things that went on in my life. I'm going to adjust the light 1 second because I don't like how the light is. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so yes, good morning. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my Air Force training. So I don't know if any of you have been in the military or are planning to go in the military. And things are so different from when I went in, right? Because that was eons ago, and things have changed, rules have changed. Things that you had to do probably are a lot different than when I went in. But these are some things that I can remember, some things that stand out in my head all the time when I meet a young person that tell me that they're getting ready to go off to boot camp for the Air Force. And remember, I'm only speaking from my experiences and the Air Force only. I can't speak for the Navy, Army, or Marines because they're all different and they have different rules and regulations. So the first thing I remember going off to boot camp is that you flew out at night. They get you to your recruiter's office, you process all your last minute paperwork, and you swear in your oath to join the military and to serve and so forth. And then you just hang around that meth center with a bunch of other new recruits. You don't know what's happening. You don't know where you're going. They feed you lunch. In my case, they probably had fed us dinner because we flew out late. And then on to the plane you go. Now, remember, this was my first time ever taking a flight, so I had never flown. And then to fly at night was even more traumatic, I guess. So I know that I'm going to Texas. I know I'm going to Lackland Air Force Base. And that's about it. The recruiter doesn't really tell you any much more of what to expect on the day that you're leaving. So we all board the plane together, and it's kids from all over. I left from Connecticut, but you got some kids from that's coming from Massachusetts and probably New Hampshire, Rhode Island, New York, all the places that are close enough that people want to fly out of our airport because it's small, Bradley Airport. So we're just talking amongst ourselves and you know what I mean, getting ready to get on the flight. None of us know what's going on, what's going to happen. So it's a bunch of 18 and 19-year-old kids, really, leaving home for the first time. This is the first time flying, and we're going to experience this together. So we get on the plane, and we're still talking. We don't know, a bunch of kids. We're having a good time. We're laughing, probably talking about high school, because that's the closest experience we had to anything in life. Maybe talking about our parents and why we're leaving. You know, I didn't want to go to college right away, so I thought that I'll go on and go to the military and make a couple dollars and see a couple things that I wouldn't really see if I stayed at home because we didn't have money to travel. So I said, okay, I'll try this. The thing is, I was supposed to go with my best friend. We graduated high school together. We went to junior high together, high school together, graduated, and then days before we were supposed to take this flight, she got a UTI. And because she had an infection, she was unable to take the flight. So, bam, there I am by myself. So I mixed in good with the other recruits, and we talked and stuff like that. So we get to Texas. It's pitch dark. A bus picks you up from the airport, you know, throw all your stuff in. And they're pretty stern with you, but not really yelling and screaming at you. But move it. We only have so many minutes. Let's go. We got to go. Blah, 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 blah. So we get everybody's belongings, get in the bus, and the bus proceeds to take us through these dark, it appears to be wooded areas. So I think what they do is they take a route that's not well driven and lit so that you really don't know where you're going. So, it's like a maze, a mystery maze. So we get to the base, and when we get to the base, they let us on, and it's probably 15 to 20 I'll call them drill sergeants. Back then, when I was on the bus, I didn't know what I called them. But, you know, they had the funny hats, and they're yelling. They come on the bus. They say, welcome to Lackland Air Force Base, da-da-da-da-da. Grab your things, get off, stand in the corner over there. You know, just a whole bunch of commands. So you're like, uh-oh. Now, remember, you've been flying. It's night. It's dark. And so it's probably 10, 11 o'clock. You're tired. You don't know where you are. And they're yelling and screaming. So get your belongings. And they want you to form a line. We form a line. They separate the girls from the guys. And the weird thing is the girls, we just stood there with our bags around us on our feet. But the guys were instructed, pick up your bag, put down your bag, pick up your bag, put down your bag, pick up your bag, you know, just over and over for maybe 10 minutes. And we're all just looking like, oh my word, what is going on? What did we get ourselves into? Eventually, a person came over, told you to come with them. They tell you what squad you're in. They're going to be your leaders from the next 6 weeks and a bunch of other choice words. But they're making you move. You're moving like this. Your heart is going like this. Your brain is pumping like this, because I've never been in a situation where I had so many people yelling and screaming all at the same time for us to do this and do that and do this and do that. It was an experience. So after you get there, you get your dorm, you bring your stuff in, and they get you settled in so that you can go to bed. So everybody's assigned the bunk. You all have a twin-size bunk, you know, twin-size bed, and you're all assigned a bed, da-da-da-da-da. And your belongings are really just kind of all over the place right now, because it's almost time for you to get some sleep. You can take a shower. They let you get some sleep. And then reveille calls, which is in the morning. I cannot remember if it was 5 or 6 o'clock, but it seemed like it was 6 o'clock in the morning. Some bugles blowing music and trash cans being kicked. Get up, get up, get up. Everybody form a line and get downstairs. We have to do roll call, head count. You know, it was traumatic. So we all grab our whatever. We couldn't even brush your teeth or anything. You just kind of went downstairs as is. You know, my hair was short, and it wasn't so bad. Like, I could fluff mine with my hands. Not so much for the other people. People who had long hair, it was hanging down their back. It was scraggly. It was just a mess. Everybody just looked awful. No makeup, no nothing. You go downstairs, they line you up, and it's like everybody who's new coming in, every new squadron. So it's you look to the left, you look to the right. It's probably 30, 40 people lined up in all these different areas. And all the yelling and screaming, you know, when your name is called, you do this, stay in line, you do this. You don't go back upstairs, you do everything as a group. We're in charge of you for the next da-da-da-da-da. And it just went on and on and on. But I'm going to stop right there and take a breath.